worked with Brian multiple times. What keeps us coming back is the fact that he makes us feel like family. He makes us feel like that we can do it, even though we think it's more of a difficult process. He makes it extremely easy.
Yeah, especially when we need stuff. I mean, we call him and he's right there.
Our relationship has definitely grown a lot. We can call Brian at any given time, even if we're not looking to buy a house. Let's just say we have somebody that has a question. Actually, matter of fact, a couple of years ago, I had called Brian and a friend of mine that had a problem passing the real estate exam. And we just wanted advice, and he's always been there for us.
Especially Christmas when apple pies and...
Oh, the pies.
The pies
Yeah.
for Christmas.
It meant that we had somebody on our side and was a confidant. It was somebody that we knew that we could trust and we could ask the silly questions to. If there was something that just didn't seem right or look right, we had somebody on our side. I referred our family, actually, I think that was your idea, when my brother was trying to find investments or buy homes or what have you. I knew that Brian is more than just trying to sell you a house. He wants to give you a home. And it's important to me. And although family is extremely deep, to find somebody that can be in that inner circle it's very telling and trusting.
And especially when we referred them to your parents when they bought their house.
This wasn't a typical house hunt, really. It was a whim on a Saturday morning, and we had talked to Brian about a week or two prior, and
yeah, we were at lunch and at Oso's, and we decided on our way back we wanted to check out more houses, and then we ended up going to the very, very expensive houses.
By mistake.
And then the lady there at Brightland, she sent us to what was in our budget. And then as soon as we got done, we called Brian and we were like...
We involved Brian in that. We could have pretty much cut him out of the picture at that point because we had found a new build, but we knew that it was important to us that we wanted somebody else on our side. It's not as if it was our first home purchase, but we wanted somebody with knowledge that could help us and guide us through the process because...
And there was a lot of stuff we didn't know, and I'm glad we could call Brian.
Yeah, so it was important. Although we did find the home, it impacted us because there were certain things that I was looking for that Brian knew were a game changer for me. And he knew, due to previous discussions, that, hey, remember what you said? Are you sure you can live without this? Or, hey, look, you had said you wanted absolutely this. Look, it has something else. It's quite similar. So because he knows us, it was very important that he gave us that guidance to remember our must-haves, essentially.
$1 million. Yeah.
Brian really came together with that. It was actually, I think it was Brian's idea that these model homes, sometimes you might be able to get the furniture, and we totally didn't think that was even possible.
Yeah.
And
not especially the price of the house.
Yeah. And all he said was, let me make a phone call. And
yeah,
here we are. Brian's role in negotiating it was 100% him.
Yeah, he made the phone calls.
He knew where our price point was. He knew where we couldn't go to.
Yeah.
And we just expressed to him what we wanted, and he said, I've got you. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah, many times.
I never thought it was going to get pulled off.
Yeah, you didn't, not until it was recorded. That's when you knew it was ours. I tried telling her, it's just every time that she got excited, something happened and she fell off the excitement part.
There was a day that I literally called Brian and I was going nuts. And at the end of the day, it was probably 5 or 6 o'clock at night, I called Brian and thanked him for putting up with my crazy. Yeah. I would describe Brian as personable and funny.
Very funny.
Brian's personality and work style, he's honest to a fault. He truthfully does make you feel like family. Like we hear about his wife and his kids and everything else, but he's honest to a fault. And what I mean by that is there was a feature that I wanted and he whispers in my ear, those are going out. And even on the last home we purchased, he's like, why don't you call me in 5 years if you don't like that feature? So he is definitely honest to a fault.
Yeah, when I said I was gonna party. This is gonna be a party house, and I don't drink.
And then that was the first interaction with the builder. And then the second one was the second time meeting them. DJ mentioned the fact that, well, when I go to prison, and we're like, hold on a minute, that's not it. He's a corrections officer. So between the partying comment and the prison comment, we were those buyers. It feels refreshing. You hear a lot about the industry, you know, you could swing a dead cat, hit a real estate agent, right? But Brian's definitely much more than that. It's a comforting experience because I know that I can just pick up the phone and, you know, call, and I don't feel bad. I mean, I do because he has a life, but it gives you a sense of comfort.
Well, the first house we bought, we didn't have Brian, so.
True. The second and third home, we had Brian with us. This is our forever home. We know we're going to retire here. This was a much smoother process. And I think it's because I felt more comfortable, you know, asking some of those questions that we weren't quite sure of before. We got more clarity and things like that. And I think because we're older, it made it just a little bit easier. Plus we had Brian on our side to, you know, really smooth out the rough edges. The pies.
Oh, yeah.
It's the pies. The pies are a game changer, man. If you haven't had Brian's pies, you got to have a Brian pie.
And also stirring us straight. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, because we've dealt with other real estate agents, and a lot of them, they want to tell us what we want to hear, and a lot of the time it's not the truth. It's
the power in the sale, right? But Brian's looking for a home. He's helping you find your home, and it's different than just selling a house. It makes you feel cozy when you walk through your front door of your home that you purchased, your home, and that's the big difference. And really it was more me that he had to calm down. You were the most level-headed one in the both of us, which is very odd.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, well, let's dial this back. Let's really explain this, right? So he was able to use small words to help me understand things. He was calming. I mean, he was a calm in a storm that, you know, I felt as though that was happening.
Call him.
Call him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. My advice would be definitely pick up the phone and call. Ask the hard questions. If there's something that you think doesn't feel right, just ask the question. There is no stupid. Oh, 100% he'll answer. There is no stupid question when going through this process. Would I work with Brian again?
Yes, 100%.
Look, Brian sold us our forever home. Why would I have to ever call him again? No, that's not true.
Most definitely. 100%.
We would definitely work with Brian again should the opportunity present itself that we would need to unfortunately sell this beautiful home.
Back in the Midwest.
No. But we would definitely call Brian again.
Our forever home, our retirement home.
This home represents a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work. And Brian was definitely pivotal in that. When he sold us our last home 8 years ago, it was a struggle for us to afford that home. And where we are today, it represents a lot of hard work and dedication. And that is due to the village that we've built around us and the people that we involve in our life. And it's hard work, for sure. Amazing. Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat this. I mean, and you can't beat the real estate agent.
That sums it up perfectly. Again, with Brian's skills, he played a huge part of everything that you see in this home because we didn't think we could do it.
No.
And it was that, let me make a phone call and see what we can do. Really made it happen.